trying to win.
I'll vote for you.
All right, yeah, and then go on the live stream too, because then you can type in the chat there with them, and then type your votes in.
You got to multitask by 3.
Oh yeah. All right. Oh, I think we're live.
Trying to win.
Oh, way to go, Steve.
I have
Yes. All right. Here we go. Excellent. Fantastic. We are live. Welcome everyone to. Right, yeah, and then go on the live too, because then you can type in the chat there with them. Well, and that's. I always forget. I wonder if I'm ever going to figure out that I need to mute the YouTube before I do the live thing, or else I look like a ding dong every week. So that's probably gonna happen. All right. So everybody say hi. We have Scott. How are you doing tonight?
Scott is doing
Marcus and Kayla. Scott's doing well. He just got a Slurpee here. What do you got there? Do you have I got 7-Eleven. Scott has a Big Gulp or cool. Big Cool. Oh, you guys both have Big Cools. Okay, so we have co-op Slurpees versus 7-Eleven Slurpees that Marcus and I have. Oh, maybe we can have like a team type thing here. So what we are going to be doing here is the 4 of us are going to be having a YouTube live stream challenge where we are chugging Slurpees. And I don't know how that's going to go. If we are going to have brain freezes, if we're going to survive the end of the challenge or not. Well, this is probably, how big do you think this is, these Slurpees,
I think
guys?
mine's bigger than yours.
No.
I'd say it's about 2.5 cups.
Yeah, 2.5 cups. Wow. All right.
791 milliliters.
I don't think mine actually says how much it is, so I'm sure it's a lot. Okay. So what we need you guys to do in the chat is to say who you think is going to be able to chug their Slurpee the fastest, and then you might get a prize if you pick the right person. So type in the chat there who you think it's going to be, and we are going to start in just a moment. So let's see what we got. I'm going to, you know what? I'm going to vote for myself. I think I can do it. So I'm voting for me.
Yours is what color?
I'm feeling. I just got Pepsi. Actually, yeah. What flavors do you guys get?
I got root beer.
I got all of them.
Okay. All of them.
I got Dr. Pepper, Crush, and root beer.
Buddy.
All right. Okay. So I think it's probably safe to start. So we're going to count to 3 and then get started. You know what? I'm just going to take the lid off right now. All right. On your mark, get set, and go.
Can't even hold it.
Ouch.
Can I get some gloves?
Seriously, Scott?
Scott, you're such a wuss.
I dare you to drink it if you get a head rush. I'm doing it.
Dad.
It hurts.
Dad, you don't need Eros Wendy. Gloves.
Okay, I feel quite bad. I'm about a quarter of the way done.
Why are you rubbing your head?
Because it's cold, Michaela.
I'm sorry for everyone who voted for Scott.
I can't even hold his Slurpee. If you're
got
just
too
coming on
chunky.
now, you can vote.
Yeah, it's not liquidy enough.
Worst part is when you suck all the liquid out and then it's just chunks.
Okay, we're getting serious now. Can I get a toque?
I'm almost halfway, I think. Marcus, I think you're my biggest competition here. How far you done that thing?
Probably halfway,
I'm
but
giving-
it's gonna be like a spoon at the end because it's just not liquidy enough.
Chug it. Jillian, you're mean.
My straw is paper and it already fell in half. It's
Scott is just having a hard time.
oh,
better than that.
Yeah, this straw is losing it.
oh. Okay. If you guys are just coming on, because I see some people just coming on now, we're drinking Slurpees, and whoever you think between the four of us is going to get this done the fastest, you can type that in the chat.
I think my stomach's having a brain freeze.
I just wanted to see what that typed it in the chat.
It's like
I don't
caustic.
think
now.
this size of a root beer Slurpee is good for a diabetic.
No,
Probably
it's
not,
quite
Scott.
sweet.
My straw is already chopped in half. It does suck. Okay.
Hurry up and win, Steve, so I can enjoy this.
Oh,
Gonna eat
Marcus might win.
I don't think so. If you're already
I
like,
wanted to do the smallest ones,
I think I've got
Thank
a
you,
snow
Stella.
cone now.
but Scott said no. Do the medium one.
I didn't
Yeah,
think this was
medium.
a medium. You know how long it's been since I had a Slurpee? They don't do diet Slurpees.
you're almost done, Steve. I'm like 2/3.
I'm 3/4 maybe. I feel so awful. Okay.
I have to put the fireplace on. I'm drinking it, just little sips.
I do this for you guys. It's just for you.
Dad, do you need the fireplace?
I think Michaela and I were at a disadvantage to start
Why?
because ours were over top of the lip into the rim, and
Yeah.
both of you guys had nothing in there.
That's what you're
think
supposed
you're
to
a
do. Is
bunch of
Slurpee. You're
wimps,
not supposed
and
to
I've
level
done-
them off.
Mine was, but then I like
It melted.
tapped it a couple times. So
Mine's a snow cone now. I drank all the liquid out of it.
might have to just wait till it melts.
Is that how I looked when I had a head rush? Steve looks like he's gonna throw up.
All done. And I feel so awful.
That means I can slow down or stop. Yes. Yes.
Oh, good.
I'm loving it.
There you go.
Put them on backwards too.
Do you guys,
Hey, I still see stuff in there. I gotta finish.
Scott? It's all done, and I haven't felt this sick in maybe a year. That is, well, no, longer.
You never have sugar.
No.
How
Said
far-
I was gonna win.
Look how I did. I got down to the big part.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna have to watch that later and see how fast I did that, because I think that was impressive. I'm impressed with myself.
I got
I don't know
About
if
8
anyone else
minutes.
is. Yeah.
About
Anyone
8
else
minutes.
is. Yeah. Oh, there we go. Looking fresh, ready to take on the world. Yep. All right. Oh, hey, Ethan. Good to see you, man. Okay.
Ugh.
All right. So I'm going to see. Jasmine, you had my back the whole time. You thought I was going to win. Who else said I was going to win? Ross.
Oh.
Andy.
Me?
Let's see here.
I'm sorry to let all my
And
fans
me.
down.
I thought I was going to win. I believed in myself this
Marcus.
whole time.
I was totally for you the whole time.
Yeah.
All right.
I appreciate it.
I knew after the first head rush, I was in trouble.
I haven't gotten the head rush yet.
Wow. Okay. All right. I'm going to
Say one.
type in the chat here. Oh, Marcus, you got to get back on our game here. Oh, wait, 1 second.
Oh,
Are you guys on the game that we're playing?
I am.
I am.
Yes.
Oh, am I?
It says
1
the
sec.
opponent Spy Master is playing. Wait for your turn.
Okay, I think oh yeah, here we go. Okay, that's the one. Perfect. All right, so for those of you guys, I'm going to type the chat here a link that you guys can all click, and we are going to play a game of code names, and you can pick to be on Team Marcus or Team Steve. So wherever you would like to be,
Or if you
you can
prefer,
do that.
Team Scott or Team Michaela if you don't like them.
Exactly. So the blue team or the red team, you can click and join. And how this game works is if you're on my team, I'm going to give you a hint or a word. And I will say a hint, and I'm going to say that word, and then I'm going to give you a number. And then with that word and that number, you are going to have to guess that amount of words that you think I'm picking. And you're going to hopefully get the right ones. So you're going to see a board here with, okay. Oh, Isaac, you joined my team. Excellent. Oh, and make sure you pick, you guys should be operatives. Everyone else should be an operative. So make sure you go in as an operative.
I think that's what I picked.
Yeah. Okay. Because you're going to want to be an operative so that you can be the guessers. And then you're going to guess what we say. So as you guys come in, awesome. I see some people, Sarah, Jasmine.
Yes.
You guys are all
Jillian.
picking your team. Excellent. Okay.
Good, Jillian.
So I am going to type in the first hint for the I am freezing. A sweater? Oh my goodness. I am so cold. I'm going to type in the first hint for
What Ross calls a shawl, but it's my camping blanket.
okay, so I'm going to do 2. Okay, so the first hint is up for the blue team.
Oh,
So
as
it is Boeing for 2. And you can, if you are on the blue team, you can guess. I need to get a blanket. I am so cold. All right, you got one of mine. You just need one more guess. So if you already got one of them.
I picked one.
Hey, there you go. Good job. Okay, so now you are done guessing, and it's going to go over to the red team. Or somebody click end guessing.
It still says wait for your turn.
Hey, there it is. I
Give us a
have
good one.
never been so cold in my life. I'm gonna get my baby Yoda blanket.
My blanket.
Hey, baby Yoda. All right, Red, don't do good.
Sorry.
Oh, dang it. Okay. All right. Okay, now I got to. Okay, I've got to pick another one. Okay. Okay. There you go. That's my word. Oh, good job. Good job, guessers.
I appreciate it.
All right. Our opponents are playing. Oh, they gave you a guess for one. Wow, what a
Because you gave us one, so I mean, now we're 2 ahead.
okay. What are we gonna do here? What are we going to do? Going to Okay, there you go. Brilliant, brilliant word I just gave you, people. Brilliant. Yes, you got one guess.
Can you guess more than once?
Yeah, you guessed more than once.
But you don't have to.
Marcus, I got one for 3.
Oh, don't.
Oh,
You got
is that
what
4?
you don't know what the words are though.
I can see the words.
Yeah, we can see.
Oh,
words.
you can?
No, but you don't. They don't know
Oh,
which
wait,
ones.
but you don't know which
you
words
need-
I have. Like
No.
like so your 3 could be
Well,
completely
technically
different.
4. But anyway,
Yeah.
that's the way my brain
Um,
works. It could be different for you.
And he has to get you to guess the right words. And he's really bad at the game, so he's probably going to lose anyways. Isn't that right, Marcus?
Is that so?
I think so. Okay, I need to come up with a. Oh, see, he just goes for these cheap one guesses.
Hey, Steve, you tell me how I'm supposed to get these 3 words here together. Like they're not like I'm trying to figure out a word here.
Couldn't be any easier. Okay. Okay, come on. What are we gonna do here? Okay, I'm gonna go where I'm doing a word for 3 here, okay? Oh no, I did so bad. That was so bad. Why would I do that? It's gonna be so awful. No. No.
Hey. Shh.
No.
Yes.
Nice.
Victory.
You know what? I was trying so hard and that almost actually got it. But face is probably not as close to eating as mint. Okay, so we're gonna play one more game of this.
You could have done school, Marcus, and you would have gotten 4.
My words were embassy, teacher, and slip. How do those link together?
Well,
For the
I can
last
see. Oh yeah, I forget that you have a pattern that you have to look at. Never mind, it wouldn't work. But from the words I
Yeah.
was seeing,
All right,
I was trying to link slip and teacher together, but
late
hard.
slip.
we're gonna play one more game with
yeah, I was thinking like school for 2.
Yeah.
Okay. Now Scott or Marcus is going to give another guess here for you guys.
Yeah. Okay.
Starting to warm up now. I even wore sweats for this challenge. It's not that cold. Should put on a sweater. I need a second blanket for my feet. My feet are icy.
Marcus, what do you got for the people here?
Ooh,
Okay. Oh, wow. A 3. Oh. Oh. Okay.
I could guess those ones.
Yeah, help our team out. Guess them.
Take Forest. Take Forest. There's battles in the forest.
I don't know which one I should do.
Oh, just there you go. Oh, did they skip?
Oh, you skipped? Okay.
Okay. They just picked 2. Okay. What are we gonna do here? Okay. We're gonna go for 2 here. There you go, people. Well done, people. Yes. Okay,
Now,
we are.
see, if I was on Marcus's team, when he said war, I probably would have said vet.
Right? I was looking at that and hoping that somebody was going to go with the vet, but yeah, we went with the different one. Okay. What's my next one going to be?
Weapon.
It's actually kind of hard. I don't know what's the word like. Well, I'm just gonna. I feel like it has to be one word, but I have kind of one word. It's one thing. Well, no, it's not even okay. You're going to. Okay, one second. We're gonna try that. Oh, that's dangerous. That is dangerous, actually.
Just do it.
Doing it. Danger! I'm living on the edge. Right.
Well, it worked out.
There we go. Good job, people. Well done, blue team. I'm starting to warm up. Is anybody else freezing cold here? Are we good?
Still cold. Still cold.
Yeah.
I still got
Not bad.
Guys.
Yeah.
And you're guessing, Scott.
Yeah. Yeah. And guessing, team. Blue team.
I got
Get it
told to
together.
select more than one. If you said
Oh.
no, I would only pick dollar. Or what was it? The first one. Bank.
No, you got to move
Move it along.
it over to Marcus. There you
Thank
go.
you.
What is it?
Okay,
Ah.
this is let's see here.
Okay, we are in the lead. Blue team, we only have 4
Whatever, let's just do it.
people. Oh, wow. Wow. Yes. Yes.
What? How's that
Yes!
from China?
No, because they have like their little like special notes. Okay, well, since it's actually now we do have to do one more because
Yeah.
for the tiebreaker. Okay.
All right,
Okay,
well,
note is such a reach for China though. Like
Steve,
Especially
you
when
I
I
was
said
going for
dollar.
wall,
Okay.
ninja, and like India is sometimes tied with China or forest. There's lots of forest in
Oh.
China.
Oh, Scott has moved over to be the spy
Oh.
master for my team. Oh, and OK is the
Same.
spy master
Or
for
not
my
me.
team. Okay. So
Who's okay? Yeah, okay, it's not part of this, so we have to you have to change that, Steve.
Yeah, I'll reset the game here. Okay. Okay.
Are we still spy masters?
Yeah. You be a spy master. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So yeah, so Marcus starts off again. All right. And this is our final round, the tiebreaker round.
Okay, what are those called? Oh.
Okay. We're up to 18 people.
This could go very badly, but oh well.
Okay. Animal for 4. I like it. There you go.
Ooh.
Oh, it didn't work out.
It's okay.
But now they
They can
know
get it
what
next
you're
time.
thinking. Now they know what you're thinking. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay, we're gonna try that, I think. Okay. There you go, blue team. Do me proud. Yes, blue team. Yes. I love you, blue team. So glad I don't have the red team. Ugh, just a bunch of losers. Am I right, Marcus?
We'll see after this.
Okay. All right.
Hey, I hung out with Marcus on multiple adventures last summer. He does not like to lose.
No, I can tell it's eating him up inside a little bit. But I just have such
Also,
a
you
smart team.
You can guess for last one as well, just saying. Just putting that out there. If you're feeling good about last time, you can guess for those ones instead. Just putting that out there.
How is Centaur?
Because it's half goat.
Follow that one at all, Marcus.
Centaurs are half horse.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Okay. Going to try. I don't. I'm falling apart here, Marcus. I don't know what to do.
I think you just got to go for one, or you can go for two. There's one that you can go for two.
Yeah, I know, but I don't know how to bring that one together. Okay, we're gonna. Okay.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, we'll just do it. Yes.
Good job, people. I almost
You did it. Well done. Okay. Okay. Good job, team.
I was really close to picking turkey.
I was, yep. That was something you could have done. Oh, Marcus has no idea what he's doing right now. He's falling apart. Yep.
But they can still get 3 other ones, so could still be a 2-0 round.
Okay. Yep. Okay.
Ended guessing. Come on now. We can't do that.
Okay, no, I'm gonna I got something. I'm just making it sure it's perfect here. Looking at the other ones. Okay, I'm gonna go with this. Okay. Marcus, do you see what I'm going with this one? Bit of a stretch.
Yeah. But I mean, it's not really risky, so.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. That's probably where it could have gone. Good try, Blue. I still appreciate the effort. Didn't give you a super easy one there.
Ancestors.
And we're still ahead of Marcus. Oh. Oh, he's just really hoping we screw up here, hey? Just keeps on going for these ones.
Still have that extra guess that we need to use. I'm just saying. Don't end guessing early. We need to take some risks here. Okay. Well.
Oh, okay. All right. They didn't do it. Okay. You know what? I'm just gonna go nice and safe here. Good job, team. Okay. We're getting there. We're still ahead of Team Red and Marcus and their garbage team.
I'm gonna have to come over there, Steve.
No, COVID, you're not allowed.
He definitely needs you to come over and bring him something to warm up.
Yeah, I am still absolutely freezing. Okay.
How about a nice bath there, Steve? That'll warm me up.
Oh, I'm going to need to. Okay.
Golden boot.
And we still have the extra guess. Just saying. There we go.
Did it.
That's what we needed.
Oh no, okay, I have to do this. I can't believe they did it. Oh my goodness. Okay. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, no,
Okay,
here we go.
Steve.
Here we go. It's gonna work. This is
No.
going to work, Blue. Right?
Whatever you do, Blue, get it wrong.
Okay. Here you go, Blue. This is all I got for you. Go and be successful. Yes!
Dang it.
Blue team, you're brilliant. You are
Portfolio
brilliant.
is my
All
last
right. Okay.
hint for the last
Oh
one.
man. Okay, fantastic.
I'm
Okay, we are
surprised you guys
going
didn't do like
to
a activity for Knight and Unicorn.
Put it down.
Knight's not
all
one of
right,
our words.
Wardrobe.
the blue team,
And then you could have
File
gotten
was-
blue team is the champions.
Knight, Cloak,
Um,
Unicorn,
our
Centaur, and all
words.
that in there.
Those weren't our Knight wasn't our word. Our last word was file.
Uh,
And I was going to say
No.
portfolio.
but you,
I was trying to link
You
bridge
couldn't
and
do it,
files
could you,
together
Marcus?
somehow, but couldn't do it.
help, you're a bunch of losers. Okay, thank you. So now on a totally different topic, we are going to before Michaela and Scott, or before Michaela and Marcus actually leave us, we are going to ask everyone here, and you guys can type in the chat too, what is your favorite movie and why? So let's start off with Marcus. Favorite movie?
I'll have to go with The Dark Knight, Batman. It's the best Batman
Oh.
movie ever. It's
All right.
yeah. And why? Well, it's just so much action. It's like a good storyline, the best Batman costume, all that good stuff. Joker,
I
Joker's
can't
the
take
best of all
Batman
the
seriously.
Jokers.
Yeah.
Why not?
I don't think I can take Batman seriously. He's I'm Batman, and he, like it was.
He's better
if
than Ben
any, like,
Affleck.
random guy was told that he had to have like a Batman voice, like everyone would have come up with that. But then that's what he did too. So
He's
I don't
also, he's also about to be played by that vampire guy. What's his name?
Yeah,
oh,
whatever his
There you
name
go.
is.
all right, but
Robert
not bad,
Pattinson or
not
whatever.
bad. Yeah. Cool movie. Okay, over to Michaela. Favorite movie and why?
well, I got kind of two different favorite movies. First, all-time favorite movie is Man from Snowy River.
Ooh, good
It's
one.
a horse
Oh.
movie, of
Yep.
course. It's a stick it to the man kind of a movie. And
Nice.
there's this one scene in the movie where he's riding his Australian Brumby horse down the side of a mountain, and it just looks so intense and awesome. Then my other movie would be Remember the Titans. That's one of the movies I've seen the most of and can recite all the lines pretty much.
That actually is a fantastic movie. I haven't seen that first one, but Remember the Titans is really good.
Yeah.
I like that one a lot. A lot of sports movies are good, actually. A bunch of ones kind of like that are good.
Blindside is pretty good too.
Scott. Oh yeah, Blindside. Yeah, that is good.
To say The Man from Snowy River is amazing. They also have a second movie that was actually pretty good too. The Man from Snowy River 2.
Yeah.
But my favorite movie, probably none of you have even seen, is Romeo and Juliet. It's the Leonardo DiCaprio version.
I've seen it.
They made
had
us
to watch
watch
it in
it
English
at
class.
school. Yeah.
I love the old English in it. It kind of brings it into like modern world and everything like that. But the old English and just the acting and a lot of feeling that's put into the script is just well done and well played. And I just love it.
Jasmine said, Now You See Me, which is actually a fantastic movie too. I've seen that one. Marvel movies, yes, that's what Abby said. My favorite movie, the best movie of all time, is Good Burger. Good Burger. I don't know if
Never
anybody's
heard
seen
of
it. It's like a Nickelodeon movie from the mid 1990s, where two heroes work at a fast food joint, and then called Good Burger, and then Mondo Burger moves in across the street, and they have gigantic burgers, so big that they're almost impossible. Nobody could even believe that these burgers are so big. So it turns out that this company, Mondo Burger, is putting this weird chemical in the burgers to make them so big. And they have to go and stop that. And they get into it. It has everything. There's romance, there's friendship, there's drama, action, everything. Good Burger. Best movie of all time. So
5 out of 10 there on that, Steve. 32% on the Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah, and clearly they have no idea what they're talking about, because it is the best. Is that the critics' score or the?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Well, nobody cares about the critics. I want to hear what the people have to say about Good Burger. Okay.
The people are the critics.
Yeah, the critics are the people.
No.
You mean
No. The critics are not the people.
The fans like you.
Yes, exactly. Like the real people. The real. I'm going to look this up right now.
It's going to be inflated because of you.
Okay. No, I'm going to look this up because critics, 63% if you go over to the audience score, okay? Those people know what they're doing.
That's still a failing grade.
Well, you see, once you get to like really high quality movies, like a lot of people just don't get it, right? There was a lot of stuff in that film that just went over simpletons' minds like yourselves, okay? So,
wow.
The only Good Burger that I ever really liked was the restaurant chain in San Diego.
Yeah, and those all those restaurant chains became restaurants after the movie Good Burger. I'm with Steve. Yes, see, Jillian knows the critics get it wrong sometimes. Yep, you got to listen to the people. So,
but the people gave it a C.
Well, the people were a bit smarter than the critics on this one. Okay, so that's what we have for today. So thank you, Marcus and Michaela, for joining us, and we are going to have a little bit of a conversation with just Scott here. So everybody say goodbye. Bye, Marcus. Bye, Michaela.
Bye.
All right. And Scott.
Hi.
All right. Yeah. So, all right here. So, what did you say your favorite movie was again, Scott? I forget after I was talking about Good Burger.
It was Romeo and Juliet.
Oh yeah, okay. All right. So you probably don't watch that like all the time, but like, what do you spend the most time like watching? Like, what media do you take in on like a regular basis?
Media that I watch mostly, I would probably put at like I kind of jump between Netflix and Prime Video because there's shows on there that I watch. Like,
what do you watch on Netflix right now?
Just when new things come in. Sometimes I see like a random B-rated movie that just kind of sticks out at me because it might have some action in it or be a violent movie to watch. No one's home, right? So I can watch some violent stuff. Prime Video, I've been like rewatching the Smallville series.
Oh yeah, that's an old one.
Oh yeah, Superman. Yeah. Before he was Superman. Clark Kent, man, he's handsome.
All right, yeah. So we're talking a little bit about what kind of media everyone watches. So you guys can type that in on the chat too. And because we're talking about what we consume, right? So we had Slurpees here. This is a bad thing that we consume. Some of the media we consume is good, like we're talking about here, and some of it not so good. So yeah, I love Netflix. You know what? I don't know how as a dad, when you were like first a dad, did you watch like a lot of stuff, or were you just way too busy like me right now?
When I first became a dad, Lord of the Rings came out. And I
Okay.
can honestly tell you that I was probably not a good father because Drew's sitting on my lap at 2 years old watching Lord of the Rings, all these orcs coming across the screen and they're screaming, and she just sat there and didn't make a peep. Oh, she said horsies.
Oh, there you go.
Horsies and castles. And she also really liked, I think that got her into her first real like stuffed animal type toy. It was a plastic rat from a dollar store. It didn't last very long, but she loved it. I think I did good parenting there.
There you go. Yeah, so like I don't get a chance to watch as much as I used to, but like as far as media I take in, like political stuff on YouTube, probably, which is not that great. And then just like TLC garbage, like what do I watch? 90 Day Fiance, Married at First Sight, Unexpected, which is like teen pregnancy, just random stuff like that whenever I get a chance, which isn't too often. Sarah likes to watch that stuff, so I get into that a little bit. Have you watched any of that?
I do the same thing. Like I like to make sure that the relationship with Laura is strong. So she watched the W Network, so all those Christmas movies, Hallmark channels.
Oh yeah.
I am very familiar with those because I will watch them with her. I'm a good husband, I like to think, right? But there is some good lessons out of those shows too. So
there actually is, yeah, and there actually always is a lesson in pretty much everything you actually watch. There's always like a story that they're trying to share, and behind the scenes they're trying to convince you of something, or trying to tell you that a certain way of living is either good or bad.
Mhm.
And we get a lot of kind of constant messages from is people who make TV shows and movies. And I started to think about that because you guys all, and me and Scott here, we watch a lot of movies, and that's where we get a lot of our lessons from. And that means that people in Hollywood who produce movies are sharing lessons with us. And, as a rule of thumb, those aren't the first people I would want to be getting lessons from. If you look in news, those people have some hangups and aren't always the greatest. So I think we should talk about kind of the stuff that we consume. As we're talking about you are what you eat, we're consuming a lot of media. And I think there's maybe some questions we should have around that. So I hope we can just kind of unpack this verse and then talk a little bit about that. So Scott, I just want to read this verse and then we can talk a little bit about it.
Okay.
It's Romans 12:2. It says, "Do not conform any longer to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Then you'll be able to test and approve what God's will is, his good, pleasing, and perfect will." What do you think of that verse when you think of the media that we consume? How do you kind of bring those together?
Well, I have a little bit of thought to it. Media doesn't just pertain to what we watch on TV, or it's music, it's reading, it's gaming, computer, right? And all that. It's kind of entails pretty much anything we use as entertainment. What we would consider entertainment nowadays, other than going outside and doing sports. Which we can't really do right now. So what are we all doing? Getting into books, getting into TVs, listening to some music, right? So yeah, like really what we listen to and what we're finding ourselves on, especially with social media, is really gonna relate to how we live our lives, because that's where we're getting our lessons, right? Our lessons learned, or examples of how to live life. I guess you can say.
And you bring up a good point of it being a lot bigger, and we're going to kind of dive into a lot of those things. Social media is a big one for sure. And I think what it means when I read this verse, it's to maybe limit the time where you're just kind of mindlessly sitting or scrolling or watching or reading something, and to kind of be discerning of what the messages is that you're being shared. And then maybe also kind of decreasing that time that we're just consuming media, and then increasing the time that we seek out people who maybe like maybe your youth leader or your parent or a good influence in your life, and then seek out to get messages from them instead, and spending more time getting those kind of messages instead of just what you're getting from a screen. So some of you might be listening and you think, you know what, I just watch TV shows or YouTube or whatever for entertainment, and you know, there's no message that I'm getting. It's just a fun thing that I do. But as we talked about, I think media is telling you something every time. Every time you go on your Facebook or Instagram, every TV show you watch, every Netflix thing, movie you go to has a message behind it. So Scott, what do you think are like some of the messages that you've been told by just kind of media in general, whether you want to go into music or books or TV shows or whatever?
Well, for me, I wouldn't say music really gives me a whole lot of lessons. I kind of use music as therapy. It allows me to relax. Sometimes if I'm playing it, or even if I'm just listening to it, it's just to kind of listen to it. A lot of Christian songs do have a bit of a message in them, or sometimes a really huge message in them. So, yeah, I'm listening to it, but I'm still using it more as a therapeutic kind of wind down, enjoy life, maybe listen to what God has to say to me, right? When it comes to TV shows, like when I was younger, The Simpsons was a big TV show. And I first started watching it, you know, I never really thought much of it. Bart was a really, you know, naughty kid that liked to do nasty things and pull pranks, and I used to laugh at them all, or I'll laugh at some of the kind of super mannerisms of the show. But I later found that it was created by two Christians. And that in the show, they always had some underlying, I got this all out of the book, actually. They had underlying stuff in each show that kind of brought you to like, that like lessons learned or what you should or should not do and stuff like that. So then I really got involved in, let's kind of seek out that response in other shows. And, I never really could do it as easily as I did with The Simpsons. Maybe it's just because I focus on The Simpsons a lot more than those cartoons. But even when you watch like The Big Bang Theory, each show has some sort of like a message to it, stuff like that. So you can, like you said, pull things out of social media or like out of videos, music, even in music videos, you can see it as well, and stuff like that. I think you're exactly on point with that.
Yeah, no, I think, like you brought out, there's some good messages that you can hear in some of those things. And that's always important to find when we're looking at media, like what can we take from here that's good and help us grow. Another thing I think is, you know, what are they trying to convince me of that's maybe not good? I got a couple examples here. Some of you, you're probably too young to remember. I'll give you an older example and then a more current example. First one, there was a movie called The Notebook, and this is an older one. Came out like early 2000s. And this is like this romance story that everyone loved at the time, right? And it's this girl and this boy, and they fall in love. And that's beautiful. And, you know, the movie tries to make it look like this is this great love story. And then it's set in the 1940s. So the guy, he goes off and he ends up serving in World War II. And when he's gone, this girl gets married to a guy. And there's nothing really wrong with this guy. And then they get married and they're fine. But then this old guy who she used to date came back. And the movie makes it clear that they're really supposed to be together, even though she's married to this other guy. And after a few scenes, this movie has you like cheering and wanting this girl to leave her husband and get a divorce so that she can be with this one person, because that's just her following her heart and what would be great for this love story. And at the time I first read it, and I'm like, oh, at the end they get together and you're happy. And then looking back on it, I'm like, wait, what was I cheering for? Because I would have much preferred them to stay together as a couple. And even though she wanted to follow her heart, sometimes your heart leads you to do things that you shouldn't do. So that's one old example. Another one, much more current one, is superhero movies, right? Avengers. So I love the Avengers. Scott, I'm assuming you do as well.
Oh, yeah.
Who's your favorite Avenger?
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man? Yeah, Spider-Man's pretty cool. For me, Iron Man was the best, the pinnacle of the Avengers.
Can't do anything else I learned.
What?
He's in armor. If it wasn't for his armor, he was just plain old guy that's smart. That's it. Really smart.
Except for you don't want to get me into this debate here, Scott. We're not going to throw down right now, but you guys in the chat, and you guys can let us know that who do you like better, Iron Man or Spider-Man? Who's better? And then you can tell Scott that he's wrong for thinking Spider-Man.
Package of Reese for all Spider-Man fans.
So with the Avengers, what it does is you find yourself in one of the heroes, right? You want to identify with one of these heroes and put yourself in these shoes that you're going to fight off all of these bad people, so that you can be with the good people. They're bad, you win, save the world, and you kind of get this hero complex. And in those movies, it's very easy to find out who's good and who's bad, right? The bad guys are always super ugly dudes, and they want to kill half of the universe, right? Well, in the real world, most people aren't as bad as Thanos, right? You're not going to run into a lot of people who would like to snap their fingers and kill everybody, or half the people. So it's kind of this more of a scale. Some people are, good, but kind of screw up a little bit. And then even some people who are pretty bad have some good things about them. But when you watch these movies like the Avengers, all that stuff, you start to think, there's good and there's bad. And you automatically identify as good, meaning people who don't agree with you are on the bad team. And it divides people. And one thing I actually did when I started to look at those movies, because I identified as Iron Man, like I'm the good, I'm the person that was the hero. I started to see myself as one of the extras in those films. Like in the Avengers when they're like smashing a high rise and then there's like some guy like falling off the building and then Iron Man has to go like fly down and save him. I think of myself as that dude falling off the high rise now. I'm not I'm not the hero of the story. I'm not the villain of this story. I'm a person, and there's God who's fighting for everyone to stay safe and thrive, and then there's Satan who's wanting to destroy. And I'm neither of those. I'm just a dude falling off of a high rise, and God wants to save me. So. And it changes how you start to view people, because then people who are different than you, if me and Scott disagree and he thinks Spider-Man is the best Avenger and Iron Man is terrible, he's not my enemy for that. He's just misinformed, and that's it, right? So, yeah, Scott, I can tell you're upset with me.
It's not misinformed is not a word I would talk about, because I have years on you, and so I know a little bit more about the Marvel universe than you do.
I don't know. I think I like to consider myself fairly educated, and I like the movies. So yeah, so what I want you guys to see is that there is lessons that you can pull out from the media that you're watching, and there's always a story and something that you can bring and apply to your life. Some of it might just be complete garbage and you shouldn't watch it at all. Some of it might be great. You know, Scott talked about like some Christian music that he listens to, and that can be uplifting or encouraging. And then some of it, or a lot of it, is probably somewhere in between. And you kind of have to decide, you know, what can I pull out from this stuff that I'm consuming that's good, and what can I maybe ignore? So, Scott, before we kind of end our live stream here, what would you say to students who are maybe consuming a lot of media, maybe even more right now than normally because of quarantine and all that? Yeah, what would you say to them? How can they change and grow to consume media more responsibly?
I think really with just media in this day and age, there is a lot of violence in it. There is a lot of, even in video games, there's a lot of violence. But I view even video games as, even the really violent ones can be educational, because a lot of the creators are putting puzzles and stuff in it now, right? Same with, you just got to be aware of what you're watching and what you're seeing is not real life.
Yeah.
There is real life tendencies to it, and yes, if all you're doing is watching that, you're going to start to feel like maybe you're being drawn into it. Just don't get drawn into the show in the context of entertainment. Don't get drawn into the show too emotionally, or like, I guess it's okay to cry if the hero dies, like when Spider-Man. Iron Man couldn't save him.
When Spider-Man.
Right.
I don't feel too good, Mr. Stark.
But just don't get drawn into it. Be aware of what you're watching. If what you're watching is just for the sheer entertainment of there's violence and people dying in it, maybe you shouldn't be watching. All right.
Yeah.
If you find that you get so drawn into it that you're worked up afterwards, maybe you shouldn't be watching it. Nothing should really work you up. That's fictional. Is it fictional? Yeah. Fictional on TV, right?
No, I think that's good. Yeah, to not get too into it, because then as we talked about, don't be conformed. Once you get like too set in on this stuff, it can start to shape who you are. But we're supposed to be transformed by Jesus, right? So I think for you guys right now, and I know it's tough right now with COVID and all that stuff, there's not a ton of stuff you can do, but be aware of how much time you're spending on just consuming media. Is that stuff changing you for the better or for the worse? And then, what would it look like to maybe take some of that time and spend it praying or reading the Bible or going for a walk or doing something where you can be transformed by God instead of being conformed by what this world is telling you to do with media. So that's what I would say to you guys. And I know, I get it. It's tough. If you're struggling, you're watching 5 hours of YouTube every day right now. I get it. Maybe just take one of those hours off and do something productive with it. So that's what we have for you guys today. We're going to head over to Discord to have a chat there with senior high and junior high. If you'd like to do that, we'd love to continue to chat with you. I'm going to pray for you, and then we'll get talking over on Discord. Let's pray. God, thank you so much for tonight. Thank you for these students here on the live stream who are just hanging out, having fun, playing code names, and learning about what we consume and whether or not that's healthy for us or not, and how we can be discerning of that media, God. So I pray you would help these students to be transformed by you instead of conformed to the world by the stuff we're watching and consuming, God. Thank you for each one of them. You know, pray. Amen.
Amen.
Cool. All right, we will see you guys in Discord here. So I'm going to pop that link in the chat here if you don't have it. Oh, Gabe is making fun of me being educated. Good one, Gabe. All right, so we will see you over there. And
best hero is Daredevil.
All right, we'll see you over on Discord. Bye.